Another thing is I will also tell friends of mine, save your money. I've studied there. And so by word of mouth, if you have a good community of people that you've put around you that you trust, you sort of learn.
Well, you do, but most people don't pick their friends as intelligently as they should. That's really true. And the thing about it's all about recommendations. I mean, in fact, people ask me, why don't I advertise? And I don't believe in advertising for me. Because I take people one at a time and I spend at least a half hour, 45 minutes with every new student, and I don't want them to come to me just for a free interview. I want them to come to me because somebody recommended them. In fact, last year I'm really excited because it was the first year that it was offered as a vote, but I was voted top, favorite commercial audition teacher in Los Angeles, which when the award came out, it was interesting because they sent it to me in an email and the print was really small. And at first I thought it was an ad, I just sort of dismissed it. And I almost actually deleted it. And I went back, what? And I went, oh, because when you win an award like that, you think maybe you get a phone call, if something happens to me, it was like this little dinky little email. And so I emailed them back because they wanted to interview me and all that stuff. And I went, what is this? I didn't quite understand it because I knew they were giving awards for Best Acting Teacher, but I wasn't aware that they had given one for this, and this was the first year. So it was kind of exciting. And then I sat back and I went, whoa, I've been doing this since 1980, and I went, this is really a wonderful acknowledgement. Because as you can tell, I'm one of these people who just work and work and work, and I'm always working to do more, but I had to sit back for a moment and go, whoa, thank you.
Plus, that's good advertising.
Thank you. It's great advertising. But the interesting thing is, when I ask people, when they come to see me and they fill out the form on my website or how'd you hear about me, I would say that maybe only 5% of my people since then have come from that. So to me, more than good advertising, it makes me more credible, which I am. But I just have to sit back and go, okay, I have to acknowledge myself. Like, whoa, I'm doing something right out there. I mean, I feel really excited because I didn't even know it was on. I couldn't even go promote myself. You know what I mean? If it was like a beauty contest, I couldn't do anything. And I just says, wow, I've been doing this going on 30 years, and wow, just had to enjoy it. Because most of us don't enjoy our successes. We're too busy planning our next move.
True.
And that's part of what builds confidence, by the way.
Most people don't listen. They're waiting to make their next point, too.
Right. That's true. Well, you would know that from sitting over there, I'm sure.
No, I'm learning it just as a life lesson.
I know. I can tell people, they listen, but they don't hear sometimes. And in classes, one of the funny things I do in class once in a while, when I know someone hasn't heard a word I said, I go, what did I just say? What did I just say to you? And they'll repeat something which was totally different than what I said. And I turn to somebody in the class and I go, what did I say? And they heard it, and they go, she said that? Yeah. Because they couldn't hear me because they were busy someplace else, worrying about something.
There's a lot of noise. What do you suggest people do to focus and to get back?
Well, they have to first be aware that there is
to the love
noise.
of why they are doing this instead of just the rat race that it can become.
Well, that's a wonderful question. And I think that the purity of acting, and it's not because I'm trying to sell classes, but this has been my experience, comes from doing a good acting class, not a class where you're on camera and meeting casting directors every week, but a class where you fall back in love with the craft of acting, or you go out and do a play, or for the film business, you get an idea for something and you do a 5 or 10 minute short where you can help be part of the whole creation process, because acting is creating. And whether you're creating a performance for yourself, or you're doing it as a piece that you're doing in concert with other actors, it's about creating. And unfortunately, so many people are coming from fear all the time that their only experience of acting is when they get work. And work is an acknowledgement of what you've accomplished. But if you want the pure joy of just being an actor, you got to go back to the purity of it, which is in doing scenes and doing plays and creating projects with other people so that you have the creative process.
And the momentum. Because I know that when I first got out here, any TV job that I might have done, it was quick rehearsal, put it up.
Yeah.
It was almost prop-like.
Right.
You knew you did a good job because you got the job.
Right.
But there was just no momentum behind it, and so I realized I had to quickly get back in class and get that well-oiled machine going again. Because
one of the reasons I am such a big advocate of when people are studying that they take acting and improv at the same time, because acting is a slow process, and if actors don't study improv at the same time, they feel they need lots of time to develop characters and readings for stuff.
Method.
Well, whatever the method is. But with improv, you learn to jump in and trust your instincts and be creative and be more involved with the other actor. And the two of them together, I think, helps. They feed each other, and you become a better actor faster. Plus, at the end of a year of your first initial training, you're ready to start auditioning faster because you know you don't need all that time. You have a really good instinct developed at the same time.